Hey, what's going on? I've been working on this a little bit briefly. Um, Obviously, my rank's pretty low, and I did check a couple things, and obviously, there's a whole lot of talk about it. That the summons for um, the uh, the family Kamehameha series is out. This came out in the Japanese version a couple months ago, and you get to awaken all three of these guys. Um, In the Japanese version that I have, I actually did awaken um, both these, but I don't have the Goten card, so I didn't do that. I mean, they're useful in a sense, especially if you don't have a pretty massive deck at this point. They're definitely good to have, especially with the um, three summons, three multi-summons you're able to perform and guarantee at least one SSR. It might be worth doing. Um, I'm still trying to figure out. I think I'm going to hold off on this. I've got about 60 stones. Instead of doing the other summon, I'm probably gonna wait and do this one because it's got a lot more powerful characters on here, and I haven't done any summons yet, so um, I'd rather just hold off on that and do that. But this just looks like it's an update. It's saying it's going to end at March 26th. Um, so, I'm guessing, I can, hold off on the summon for a little bit. Okay, so it's saying it's available April 2nd. So I might as well just do some summons to be able to get some free tickets because, the deadline is March 26th to get tickets for the DL's special summons. So, all right. Well, in terms of other news, I've kind of briefly went over it, but my rank is way too low to be able to collect the majority of these. Maybe I should have got back into global a little bit sooner, but I've just been running through the uh, missions. Like I'm only on area 3, and I've just got through like the normal stages, and you still obviously have the hard and Z hard. So there's a lot of dragon stones still to be collected, and I'm gonna keep working on it whenever I switch over periodically. It's just crazy seeing you know like the available characters on here versus my Japanese account because the majority of my friends and people that show up on the Japanese version are pretty much Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta, and Goku, and occasionally you'll see Blue Vegeta, Super Vegeta, and a couple different characters. But it's kind of nice, I guess, rebooting this and starting from scratch. I haven't really trained any of my guys yet. I'm gonna hold off on that and kind of just be a little bit more strategic about it, and kind of maximize each item because it is so limited in the beginning. I'd like to just kind of be more strategic about it, using items and training equipment and dragon stones, like that sort of thing. For the normal missions, I'm just skipping, instead of getting the key that I could have right there. I just go for the items because that's something I'm severely lacking in right now, and I need to get whatever items I can at this point. Now, once you build up quite a bit, it doesn't really become a problem. Like money isn't an issue in my Japanese account because I've got close to probably 100 million at this point. So whenever I need to awaken a character or I need money to buy stuff, that's I know I'm not going to run out, so I don't really worry about it. And you can see on here that I actually do have some links with some of the characters, but based on the deck I currently have, because I haven't done any summons, there are characters that don't even link up anything to each other. So I can see how it's difficult in the beginning, but like I said, I want to be more selective in how I go about it, instead of just using my dragon stones on whatever and leveling up or whatever. I kind of want to plan things out a little bit better than I did when I first started the accounts, like on the Japanese version and whatnot. Yeah, so you can see I haven't really leveled up any of my characters, except for Piccolo and Goku and Kyle Pai Pai. Most of these guys are anywhere from level 12 to 24, and basically using like the free cards that were given out instead of summons to get any characters. But it's kind of nice to know that I can collect dragon stones whenever I complete a mission versus the Japanese account where I've pretty much completed everything, so I have to wait till either new events or different methods to collect stones are available. And you know what, with that in mind, I might just go ahead and use one of my summons. I need to check what kind of characters are on here. So you got the 3 characters on top with the banner, but I'm curious as to what other characters are available. I mean, these are all good cards. I mean, but it looks like there aren't that many SSRs on here. But it's worth the guaranteed summons, I think. So, well, that would actually be a nice card to have starting off. That's actually a pretty useful character. This one's not too bad either. Although the leader skill is limited to intelligent types, that's kind of the one issue going about that one. I actually have this one on the Japanese version, and it's actually pretty decent for agility team setup. Alright, well, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to think about whether to pull a multi-summon on this or not. So I'll trace back in a little bit. Alright, see you guys.